What's going on, my friend? Good to see
Chico,
you.
what's going on, my friend?
Good to see you, buddy.
Good, good, good.
Good to see you,
Yeah,
my
it's
man.
loud in
Good to
that
see
showroom.
you.
I had to come outside.
Man, you have a lot. You have the whole world right here. The whole website, the whole internet is here. So this video is
Thank
gonna
you,
be
man.
here, set up and stuff. So
Oh
everything
yeah,
is good for you, my friend.
man. Everything is great, man. I'm so excited, man. It's really nice to meet everybody on here. Chico, this man you're talking to is absolutely a champion in life, and I'm really glad to be here. I thank all you guys for being here, man. And I'm telling you right now, if anybody looking for an amazing animal that you can love and enjoy, you need to talk to Chico Lopez.
Say that again, my friend. Say that
I
again,
said
again. Say
any
that again.
I said, anybody on here is looking for an amazing animal to enjoy life. You really need to get a dog from Chico Lopez. You can always go get a $400,000 or $500,000 dog. And yeah, Chico dogs are expensive, but guess what? You pay for what you get. I don't mind spending good money on a quality animal. I have a dog at my house right now who is a direct grandson from the amazing Grand Champion Mayday. Now, you know, Grand Champion Mayday died in 2002, 18 years ago. Well, guess what? Chico and Victor Acar had the wherewithal because Mr. Acar trusted Chico Lopez. You know why? Because he knew that young, energetic young man who had a heart of gold and who was strong and wasn't a coward and wouldn't lay down and knew that he was going to carry the name right. Well, guess what? He would never knew in a million years how far Chico would take it. Chico took it higher than a lot of dog men has ever done. And guess what? He's a family man. He loves his wife. He loves his kids, and he's all about his wife and his children. And he's a great dog man. But see, a lot of people call themselves dog men. Chico don't call himself a dog man. He calls himself Chico Lopez because that's who he is. Well, a lot of people, you know what dog men are? Dog men have ruined the sport. A lot of people like Chico Lopez, they're accessible to the community. How many people can call? You can talk to a guy who has the best dogs in the world, and you actually can talk to this guy and actually will help you with your animals. Most of those guys who had dogs, which I won't say their name because I'm not going to bash people to put them down, but all the guys who had the best dogs back in the days, they weren't accessible to the community. They were a very tight-knit group, and they didn't help people. Well, guess what? Now you have a guy that has the same qualities that they had, but on a higher level, and guess what? He's giving you quality animals, even though the dog may cost you 5 or 6,000 or more. But guess what? It's worth every penny. You know why? Because you get a true animal
This guy
that's
gets
going to
up
love
me.
you and be there for your family. You can't beat that.
My friend, listen, Mr. Clovis, I appreciate all these accolades and all this excitement coming from you. Like I told you before, you got that energy, you got that spark inside you, that
Yes,
humanity,
sir.
which is very valuable. I wanted to kind of like go back a little bit on time. And there was a time that I was not accessible, by the way. There was a time that I was
There
really
was a time when
grounded.
Chico was not selling dogs. When I was
Not at
young,
all. People would beg me for dogs, and I would say, "No way, Jose." People would call me and say,
when I
"Man,
was young,
I got 10 grand. I want to buy a puppy from you." I was like, "No, no, no, I can't sell you dog." But but I didn't sell dogs. But then I decided that if I was going to sell dogs, I wanted people like yourself to have my dogs. I didn't want what I call the swamp to have my dogs. But let's talk about. Well, look at you. Look at him. He look good. Nice
yeah,
tie,
man.
nice t-shirt, tucked in, man. Thumbs up. Be a gentleman. My friend, walk me and the people here a little bit on young Clovis Watson looking to have a dog, and how that came about, and then how you when you found me at the time. At the time I used to live in the United States, and how you started coming about, and how you saw, because you were kind of a witness when you saw me, that I was up there, but I kept on getting better and better and better while you're in the United States, and you're like, man, Chico's getting better and better and better, and you see how I work with the community, and how I want, like an ambassador that I am for the breed. I want people like yourself to be ambassadors of the breed, because look at you. Look at the way you are. You have very good sample of someone that works in the community, is married, is not doing anything bad, and he has your dogs as pets and nothing else. But you know that you wouldn't be that type of guy that wouldn't want to have anything but the best, and that is the key. That is the
Yeah.
key. Not settling for less. So let me go ahead and let you talk about a little bit about that young Clovis. What time was it that you more or less were 14, 15?
Yeah, when I was 14, 15, you know, back in the days, you had open house kennels. You wasn't really selling dogs back then, but I remember the Great Cheyenne and all those beautiful dogs, and I always wanted a dog from you. So I kept watching and watching, and then, you know, seeing how your skills kept growing, your animals kept growing, and you was just getting the better and better and better. And, you know, people could see it, and that's why, you know, a lot of people had jealousy and hate, but I didn't. I was actually excited because I was like,
My friend,
you
we
know, when I
here.
was young, when I was 14 and 15, I always wanted to get a dog from Chico Lopez, you know, but back then you weren't really selling animals. And I understand because you know how people are. And we don't have to say that, but we know how people are. And, you know, because you didn't trust people because people are so flawed. But as time went on, you know, you got a little older and you was, you know, nice and, you know, you work with people and your animals are growing. I mean, I'm just telling you, anybody on this, trust me, I'm telling you right now, if you want to get a quality animal, and if you meet the qualifications, you'll be doing yourself a great service by getting a dog from this man. And I'm not just saying this. This guy not paying me to say this. Not one penny. I'm at work in my job. I'm a sales manager at my job. You see this right here? I'm a sales manager at my job. I've been doing this job for, you know, 18 years. And I'm here at work, but I'm glad I'm able to speak on my friend because Chico, I look at him as a friend, a mentor. He's a great guy. And what he's bringing to the table is amazing. I mean, his dogs are absolutely amazing. I mean, think about Awesome Buck, you know, Ciega, you know, the Bagman. I mean, so many amazing animals. I mean, this guy has so many animals over the last, you know, 20 years. I mean, all these other guys, I mean, even James Crenshaw or, you know, Mr. Tanner, you know, none of them have the animals that this man has had, this man has produced. I mean, over and over and over. There's not many people that can say they have been consistent. Anybody can do something good once or do something good 4 or 5 times, but to be consistent, that is powerful. It really is. I mean,
You're
and
correct
it's
about that. Consistency is the most difficult thing to have is consistency. That is, you are correct about that. I mean, you can get excited about having a great dog once or twice in your life, but having
right.
a great dog, and you know, we were talking about this with friends of mine on every breeding that is ever made anywhere in the world. People think I'm going to do this breeding because I want to have a great dog, or maybe people are looking for that diamond, and they're looking for that beautiful animal that will come out of that breeding, and they're hoping the dog will be better than the dogs that are breeding at the moment. And when you can breed dogs and everything that comes up front is a lot better than the dogs you have, you know you're going forward. I mean, then you know you're doing the right thing. I tell you right now about your puppy that you have right now that I know you're extremely excited
Oh,
about the dog. I mean,
extreme.
listen, not only you, there's people around the world that they're excited about their dog, but I know you have an amazing, amazing, amazing male, and he is of Area 51 in Jordana. And
Yes.
and I tell you what, I was talking to a friend of mine, and I told him, I said, I don't know if he's now in the live, but if not, he'll come in. And I told him, I said, listen, Jordana, I regret not having a puppy from the previous litter. That's when Cowboy came in, because all my friends, partners, people that I know for a long time came over and said, I gotta have one, I gotta have one. My last one that I had, that it was the one I was keeping, Mala, is now with a really good friend of mine, and we're partners on the dog. But I said I want to have something from her and also Mayday. And he was asking me, what makes Jordana so special? I said, my friend, Jordana is the truth, and then her sisters as well. But there is something that clicks with her, and because she ain't got blood in her per se. She has also blood, of course, because you have the Bagman bred, which is a global champion, bred to global champion. How do you call it? Copper Day. But when
Yes.
you put that also the son of Ciega and Mayday was amazing. Now that we go and do Ciega and also Mayday is going to be explosive. And guess what? In the future, I do have a son of Mayday here of what's his name, Bagman here, that's becoming older. He's coming on age, and he's the last breeding that I did of Bagman and Shega the Great, and I will do that breeding as well because I do believe that there is a click between Copper Day, whenever Copper Day is, in the same breeding together with Shega the Great. And Shega the Great and Copper Day were like partners. Whatever one went, the other one went too. You understand? If you see what I'm saying, they were
Yes,
showing
sir.
together. And you'll see her, you see Shega first because she was a smaller dog, and then you see Copper Day, and you'll be like, wow, two phenomenal animals. I mean, you look at Ciega, you look at Copper Day on top of the tank in the Ukraine, and you say, man, how you in the Ukraine on top of a tank with this dog, and you can see all the unrest in the back, the smoke and everything else, and say we were at the time where people told not to go to Ukraine. I mean, we
Right.
were never looking for anything easy. And that
Right.
talks volumes when it comes to Copper Day. And you look at
Yes.
Jordana looks just like Copper Day, and she has all the abilities and qualities that she has on 2020. So don't think that your dog is so special because he's a grandson of Mayday only. You got to know that he's so special because he is really also from Backman and Copper Day
Backman
on the bottom.
and Copper Day.
You
Yes.
understand? You know,
Yes, sir.
and you got to go back. When you go back again, you find Grand Champion Mayday again. Grand Champion Mayday bred to Copperhead. You
Yes.
understand? So, and even whenever you go back into Bagman, then you see every time you see Awesome Buck, right behind Awesome Buck, 1, 2 generations back, you see Mayday again. So you keep
Right.
seeing this consistency. But you look at your puppy, like your puppy really, seriously, look better than Bagman when he was a puppy. You know, it looks better than a lot of the great dogs. I mean, the dog is a ball. I got a female here that's going to guy from the island of Antigua,
Oh, yes, sir.
and he has this dog here, and probably he's gonna watch this video here. And he's like, "When am I getting the dog, man? You know, we couldn't deliver this because of the coronavirus, but he's going bananas." And I mean, I look at the female. My wife showed me a picture she took that day on the chain, and I mean, her whole chest. I got a guy. What's the name of the guy from Georgia? I forgot his name. Duncan. He's think about this guy. You know, he's like a cowboy type of guy. He has
Yeah.
cows. He has this, and he has his son. You know, Mr. Bryson. He wanted to raise him with the proper dog, and
Wow.
he calls me live. He said, Chico, and he's kind of like he talks like this, kind of like, Chico, you don't understand how good this dog is. You just don't understand.
Oh,
I got the
yes, you
best
do. You
dog.
do.
I got the best dog in the planet. Chico, you send me the best dog. I promise you. There's no other better dog than this one. And he go like this. We need to talk, Chico. We need to talk. This dog here, he's special. We need to do something with this dog. I need to buy another dog for me, Chico. Then I said, hey, man, call me back later because, you know, I was in a meeting. Boom. Then he'll FaceTime me again, like 2 in the morning because the time zone is different. 2 in the morning, I'm like, golly, what this guy wants. Maybe he didn't have an accident. I called, hey, what's up? He said, oh, you sleeping? Yes, man. Are you okay? Just wanted to tell you, this dog is really special, Chico. I said, my man, I'm so happy this dog is special for you. I got to go to sleep. Call me tomorrow. But I mean, the guy's like completely in love. And it's a sister to the dog you have. I
Yeah.
mean, Cowboy is a monster. He's a
Cowboy
beautiful
is a
beast.
monster.
He's a beautiful beast. Tell me a little bit. What do your neighbors tell you when you walk that dog?
Oh, man. When they seen this dog, they asked me what kind of steroids would I given him. And I told him, I said, I've never worked this dog a day in his life. His shoulders look like baseballs in the shoulder. I mean, his chest. I mean, he is a phenomenal. He is the strongest
Like like
animal
like
I have
like
ever
like,
had in
like
my life.
baseball, like baseballs inside his under skin, right?
Oh, he's so
Hmm.
ripped. I mean, he really look like a vascular bodybuilder. I mean, he is. I mean, when he walks, his back end just bulges. I mean, he's special, man. I mean,
Let me ask you a question.
he
The
is so
people
strong.
just
It's amazing.
people just come into you and ask you things like, can I put him? Can I pet him? Can
Yeah,
I
they want to
see
play
him?
with him. They want to see him. Can I take a picture with him? You know, he's like a rock star in the neighborhood. You know. And I mean, he is such he's an amazing animal. I mean, he's his head. I mean, he's just I mean, it's crazy. I mean, when
How he behaves. I mean, you had dogs from other people before, right? And you seen
he's
dogs from a lot of people. How he compares to other dogs you got from other people?
totally different level.
What
I
other
have I've
what
had
other
dogs when I
what
was younger. I
respectable
had a
people?
dog from I've had a dog from Pat Patrick. I've had a dog from
Hold on a
Bruce
second.
way back in
You
the days.
hold on. You're going too fast. You had a dog from who? From Pat Patrick?
I had a dog from Fleur Brujo. Yes, I've had all those dogs from way back in my when I was early in my, when I'm 43 now, I was probably early 19, 18, 17, 19, 20. I even had a dog from Diamond Jim, which is a
What,
carver dog.
who
Um,
you got? You had a dog from? What the big guys back then? Because those guys are great guys. We're not trying to take anything away from them at all, but just to mention some history. What great guys you had? Good guys and
I
great
had one
guys.
from Crenshaw, James
From
Crenshaw from
Crenshaw.
North Carolina.
How did he
Yes,
treat you?
we went and got
Was
that
he a nice
puppy.
guy? Was he a nice guy with you?
You know, a little standoffish, but not a
You
bad
know,
guy.
the culture. I wouldn't take nothing against him. The culture's like that. You got to protect yourself. And the
Yeah,
technology wasn't like today. But with
right.
you, my friend, you been texting me and sending me pictures. I mean, before the iPhone came about. So it's not
Yes,
like we just met.
right.
So that's why when it came to the dogs you have, I was like, this guy deserves to have something special because this man, he's been on my tail for such a long time, and he always being a straight guy, he always being a nice guy. So I figure I said, this guy
All
is
I
a
can
really
tell
good
you
guy.
is anybody on this live, I have never in the history of the breed have dogs the way I've got right now. That's all I can tell you. So what does that tell you? And I'm
Yeah,
not just saying
absolutely.
this because we're on this line. There's not a dog person right now out there that have the dogs that Chico has. Trust me. If you're looking for the true American Pit Bull Terrier, a true game dog, which is game means something that never gives up. That's like in life. When I go to work, I never give up. If my customer there, if they're stressed out, if they're feeling down, I wear a million hats at work. I run the store. I'm the manager here. I want to make sure that customer's consoled. I never give up. That's if you're looking for that kind of dog, a dog who's going to be there for you, going to love you, going to be loyal to you, going to be there for your children, something you can have for years and years. You need to talk to Chico Lopez. And yes, his dog is what some people would call expensive, but it's really not expensive. It's worth every penny. Would you rather have a cheeseburger or would you rather have a steak? You'd rather spend a little more money to get a steak, wouldn't you? Right? So guess what? Save your money, take your time. Don't
You
rush
need
and buy a $400-$500 dog. You're going to be disappointed. And then instead of being mad at that person who sold you the dog, be mad at yourself because you made a mistake. You don't have to make that mistake. Slow down. Sometimes you have to slow down to speed up. I'm 43 years old. I have a son that's 27. I got a son that's 16. I grew up fast. Thank God I got a great wife that's stuck in there with me, supports me. I got a beautiful family. And nothing's better than family, great animals. Because guess what? That animal, when you get off work, you're tired, you aggravate, that puppy going to be there where to play with you. You have fun with that dog. You can work with that dog. You can condition that dog. You can get in shape yourself with the dog. But I'm telling you right now, with every passion in my body, I'm a very passionate person, and I've never been a liar. I hate liars. I don't piss on people back and tell them it's raining. But I'm telling you guys, anybody on this live, I don't care if you're black, I don't care if you're white, I don't care if you're Spanish, I don't care if you're Chinese, I don't care if you're purple, I don't care if you're an alien. If you're looking for one of the best dogs in the world, on the planet, you're talking to that guy right now, Chico Lopez. And I'm not just saying it because I'm on this guy. I'm just telling you the truth. I've had dogs, some of the best dogs in the world who I thought was. But I know right now I have the best dogs in the world. And I'm appreciative of for him
Thank you very
selling
much,
me.
my friend. Appreciate that. In terms of inspiration, like if you don't know a pit bull from a German Shepherd, but someone is thinking about maybe a German Shepherd, maybe a different type of dog, Labrador, whatever the case, or maybe a poodle, I want to ask you a couple of questions. In terms at that particular level, what inspirations or what kind of feeling do you get from that dog? I mean, is there any connection between you and the dog? Is anything that you
Well,
get
think
from the
about
dog?
this. When you walk in that dog and you know the history behind the animal, it's kind of like you as a person. You remember your granddaddy was a great man and your father was a great man. and your grandmother was a great woman, and your mother was a great woman. That lineage behind you that makes you stand strong when you go to work to say, wow, I'm going to represent my family. Well, guess what? That dog is doing the same thing. It's representing the Bagman. It's representing Jordana. It's representing Mayday. It's representing Childrina. You know what I mean? They're representing the
Ciega as
family.
well.
When it's
Ciega, the
Ciega,
mother. Yeah.
Grand Champion Ciega, one of the best female dogs that's ever done it ever.
Best, the best of the best. Yeah.
When you walking that dog, you know that dog. You're walking that. You're walking history. I mean,
I
how can
mean,
you? That's why.
a guy like you that works as hard as you do, and you go the extra mile. You always basically pushing yourself to the next level, and
Yes.
at the end of the day, I believe that a man like yourself got it at one point in your life. You got to have that private time for yourself. You say, well, my
Yes.
wife wanted to get that watch. She got it. My wife wanted to get the car. She has it. Now I got to
Yes.
get a dog for myself. And if I'm going to
Yes.
get a dog for myself, that's a very personal thing, right?
It
So
is.
having a dog for yourself, I think you make the right choice.
Said, I'm telling you right now. I'm excited. I can't wait to go home to play with him. When I go home, I'm gonna run him. And he is just. He literally. He had my shoulder sore the other day. When he pulls, he's a 4x4 man. I'm telling you, he's a tank.
Can you describe that dog in one word? What word would you use?
Powerful, amazing, just substance. Unbelievable. Honestly.
Unbelievable.
I
You
mean,
heard what he said? Unbelievable. You know, this is what makes me very happy to be able to work with great people. And when I came back in 2015, 2016, and I said, I'm going to be selling some dogs. And I remember when you contacted me, I said, I'm only looking for great people. I'm not
you
looking
did.
for the swamp and blah,
You
blah.
did.
And I'm pushing the topic. And my wife is like, come on, man. You want the guys to buy from you? You want the guys to run away from you? I said, well, they really want it. They're going to stick around. And you are the
That's
one
right.
that stuck around.
Well, you were right, Chico. You don't want the people that got that silly mentality with your animals because you don't want to be associated with that. And I don't blame you. And you don't
Yeah,
need drama in
absolutely.
your life. You don't need drama because that's what that is. You don't deal with that kind of stuff. You're a real straightforward guy. Most people know you. That's why you got all these haters. They hate on you because they're not you. They can't beat you. You're better than them, and they hate that. So they do everything they can to discredit you, but they can't discredit you because one thing about life, reality always speaks for itself. And your reality,
The numbers,
what
my
you've
friend, the
done,
numbers. How can you go
your
against the
numbers speak for
numbers?
itself.
Huh?
Your numbers speak for itself.